Hi, I'm Tom. This is Lucy. And this is Kitty Help Desk. So today I just wanted to talk about an idea that I have that I think could benefit a lot of people who are looking to adopt cats. And that idea is that you foster your potential adoptee first. Because what happens frequently is when you go to a shelter or a rescue and you meet cats, people very frequently will make their choices based almost entirely upon appearance. And that's okay. If you like a particular appearance of a cat, I chose Mina because I liked black cats, and she was the one cat in the cattery that responded to me, and so that was a very pleasant happenstance. But in some cases, people will choose cats according to appearance and then get them home and realize that they're a bit too much for them, especially in the case of kittens. People love kittens at the rescue, but once you get a kitten at home, you realize in many cases that this kitten is a handful and needs a lot of attention 24 hours a day, and you just maybe aren't prepared for that. So in my opinion, it's much better to sort of foster some cats and audition them and try maybe one cat at a time, two cats at a time, whatever you want to do, whatever you have the resources to do in terms of fostering. In most cases, most foster programs provide you with all the food and veterinary care and everything for the fosters. So there's very little outlay on your part. But what you can do is you can foster these cats for a period of time while they're waiting for a permanent placement. And if you just happen to fall in love with one of them, you can have what's called a foster fail, and you can just say, well, I think I'm just going to adopt this cat. And that's really an ideal situation because it removes the guilt of the return. Because if you pick a cat and it doesn't turn out to really be the right cat for you, then many people just live with those cats and feel a little bit like there's not a good connection there. And that's really unfortunate because everybody deserves to have a good relationship with their pets. And the pets deserve that too. But, to bring a cat back to the rescue it's just a huge upheaval. It's a huge force of will just to even get that to happen. So it's much easier, in my opinion, just to foster initially. And then if you don't quite click with the cat, then the foster period will eventually end and you can foster another cat. This is especially advantageous if you already have a cat. Now, some rescues won't allow you to foster cats if you have other cats in your home, and that's usually an issue of quarantines, things like that. It depends on the status of the cats that are available to be fostered. But if you can find one that will allow you to foster a cat, and introduce them slowly to your cat, you can kind of see how their personalities match up and whether or not they're compatible in the long term, given that you've introduced them properly. And then if it doesn't work out, you can keep them separated for the time being and then return the foster or to the adopter when they finally get adopted. Then you move to another one. Again, there's no guilt involved in that because that was the expectation to begin with, was that this was a temporary situation with this cat, and you can just, use it as a trial period. And I just think that's highly beneficial, especially if there's other cats in your home, because those personality mismatches create havoc and can require a lot of work to sort out. That's a lot of my clients are people that have come to me because they've adopted a new cat or they have rescued a cat and they bring them into their home with their other cats and they expect them all to get along kind of like children if you put them together. But cats are very different. The cats aren't children. They really, for the most part, have a hard time accepting newcomers, once they're above the age of 4 especially. It's much more difficult for them to accept other cats. They see them more as a territorial threat than they do as a potential friend or playmate. So it's just really important to be aware of that going into it. And if you really do want more than one cat, this is probably the best way to go about doing it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.